log recording, right? So there are two things we're gonna do, essentially. The first thing is that we're just gonna introduce ourselves briefly because this is the only time, and it would be fine if when you're introducing yourself, you kind of tell us a little bit about what prompted you to be a part of the program, why you became a part of the program, what you've achieved so far, what you want to do, what you do moving forward, and how the program, I mean, you may not see the result instantly, but I want to believe for those people who had followed through everything, you did the workbook, you did the workbook 1, you did the workbook 2, and then you did the calendar of today, because we did send an Ikigai calendar today, which you're going to implement going forward. And then tomorrow, there's not really much to do tomorrow. Tomorrow is just going to be between you and yourself, and then that's where you're going to develop your mission statement. So you got to have a mission statement, right? So all I'm going to do this night is just connect everything that we've learned. That's all I'm going to do this night. I'll just connect it for you, and then you can now see how that progresses from there. Okay, so it will be fine if whilst you're telling us your name, what you do, and then just 2 minutes. 2 minutes is fine, so that we don't take time, and then we get into it quickly, right? Just do a little bit of background of it. It will be fine if you can turn on your video for that time. I mean, if you're in a place where you can turn off your video, to be awesome, right? Especially for the feedback, it helps us because we are recording, so that we can use that for our own private stuff. So you can turn on your video, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, why this program? And what have you gotten out of it? How has it in any way, if it has in any way, impacted upon you? Let us know so that we can move on from there. Okay, so I'm going to start. Is there anybody who wants to go first, or I should just start from how I can see us on the screen randomly?
I think I can start.
Sure, thank you.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Yusuf. Yeah, my name is Yusuf. A solar consultant. I'm also into Forex and cryptocurrency. So basically, I was prompted to start this program because of the theme of the program, the major goal of the program. When I saw purpose, that's been something that has actually been giving me sleepless nights. I was like, what is my real purpose and all that, and trying to battle with it. And Mr. Zach is someone that I've known for a very long period of time, and I just concluded that anything that Mr. Zach is involved is always comes out excellent. So I just took that as an encouragement to just devote my time and be part of this. And sincerely, it has really transformed my life.
Oh, we can't see your video. We can't see your video.
Yes, I'm in a place where I cannot.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
So actually, the whole process has transformed my life. There are so many things that my eyes has been opened to from day one. And one thing I did all through was to make sure I practice the workbook practically. I print it out, I practice it, read through it over and over. Even today's workbook, the calendar, I printed from January to December. I printed everything out and look at the calendar and all that. So, and I've already decided that this evening I'm going to paste the calendar close to where I'll be seeing it on a daily basis and write on it before going out on a daily basis. So thank you very much. And there was a word that I picked throughout today. There's a word I picked today from the whole teaching. And the word is that it was centered on the first video on today's training section. First video, that 16 minutes video from the woman that talks about the whale and all that. So towards the end, she mentioned one wonderful thing that was my word for the whole of the program, and I head on to it. I had to type it on the system and print it bold. So I paste it on my office. When I'm at home this evening, I'm going to paste it also in a place where I'll be seeing it on a daily basis. Because I just feel that's my word. That's my word for the whole of the program. Merely she mentioned it. I said, no, this is what I've been looking for. So I'm very, very grateful to you, Mr. Jack Isaacs, for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Awesome. Do you want to share that word with us so that in case we too, we can just,
Okay.
Or is it just
Yeah.
your word? Is it your own? Is it your word alone?
No. It's not just my word. Basically, I will just share it with us right now. The word is, I saw something I want to carry because I printed it out. So I want to read it out verbatim so that I'll not miss anything out of it. So let me lay my hand on it and close. Okay, yes. Okay, sorry. Where is this? Where is this?
Yeah. Okay. Whilst
Yes, I've seen it.
All right.
I've seen it. So you said follow your heart with vision and action, and create your own fold, and you will connect with your purpose in life.
Wow.
Follow your heart with vision and actions. Create your own folds, and you will connect with your purpose in life. That was my word. That was my word from the whole of the program. That was what I've been looking for. And immediately I saw it, I knew that was it. So thank you very much.
Awesome. I mean, you went in really hard these 4 days. I could really see it. You were desperate for something, and I'm very glad that you got that thing out. Remember, none of this is me. I didn't speak in any of these videos. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. All I simply did was just to put together those resources when I was also going on my own journey. And then I found those resources. I just stumbled on quite a number of them, and I was like, no, people should listen to this too. So, I mean, this is the only session I'm doing. So it really isn't me, But then again, they said, give honor to whom honor is due, right? So my madam is here, and I want all of you, I mean, if you say you know me, you know what I can do, you know my capacity, I mean, then you also know that me too, I have a coach. One of my coaches is here, and I don't even know if I can do this thing very well now. This one that my madam has come now. When we used to do teaching practice those days, when they send supervisor to come and check if you are doing it very well. All right, so I mean, my coach is here. Actually, she's my coach. I call her my coach. I'm very proud, and I'm very, very glad to have associated with her in the past maybe 2 months. We've just gotten to know ourselves 2 months, but it's been 2 impactful months. Trust me. Like, this is somebody you want to, for those of you that want to take it higher, this is someone that wants to go, you want to go higher with, So if I say my coach, you know what I mean? You understand? Then we now have an overall coach, above us. And that's in the person of, Sapela Durotoye. I mean, we are all of these are all, outplugs of, journeys that we have had with him. So my coach is here. Her name is Coach DDK. That's what we call her, as you can see on our screen, DDK. But then again, it's Dedayo. That's the real name. Dedayo Karunwi. That's her name. She's a consultant. She's an architect. She's a purpose coach. She's a discovery coach. I mean, she's currently in Turkey. She's not even in the country, you see, but she had to create time to join us because I invited her to be a part of, I mean, this closeout, this only session I'm going to have with you guys. I mean, tomorrow is just you writing your mission statement, which I am sending, by the way, to the emails, and then and the guide and the template, and then you are doing all of that. So, I mean, you guys should make her feel welcome, make her feel loved. We've been together for the past 4 days. Yes, 4 days. I mean, it is just us that succeeded. So we're plenty, Coach DDK, we're plenty. But, you know, this is serious. It is serious business for us. So you can ask them. I had to be dropping, you know, if I don't see the vibe, I had to be dropping people because it's serious business. I needed just people that really, 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 really wanted to be a part. And these are the people that finally made it to the end of the race. So I have Yusuf, I have Mrs. Lola, she's joining in from the USA. I have Alice, who is trying to connect, Mr. Sam, who is my partner, by the way, Gloria, Kingsley, and then Esther Okoro. So, I mean, these are the people. So you guys help me to welcome. If you're not, thank you. If you're not putting it on the chat box, I'm not going to allow her to say anything. I need to see you saying you're welcome. You have to add the mark. Coach D, welcome. Thank you for being a part of us. Thank you for being here. I mean, these are your guys. Look at your guys.
Good evening. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody, for your kind words. Really, I'm grateful. I do not take it for granted that I'm here. At the core of everything we do really are human lives, as it were. So into one person, it's the impact that you can make within your space that really, really matters. And I know Zach has taken you guys through, you know, leadership, especially personal leadership, for the past 4 days, he said. And Ikigai is one of the tools. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Ikigai is one of the tools that is widely used. But the reason why you are a leader is because you can basically determine outcomes. You can basically say, this is who I want to be. This is who I'm shaping myself to be. And as you grow, as it gets clearer to you, because everything would not just come on this 5-day journey. Some things you would learn in a year's time. Some things, it could even be 5 years. So clarity comes basically from you doing things from what you learn from time to time. Someone said something to me recently, and he said, you know, sometimes it doesn't even take you to do forever. You know how they say a lot can happen in a year. It can be as much as or as little as just being in the right program and then basically transforming your life because you've been on that program. So what I'm saying to you today, I don't know and I really don't care the number of wrong things that you've done or how you got here in the first place. But what matters is what you do from what you have learned and what you're going to do, what your steps will be going forward. I like to say that there are 3 basic ways to leadership. And these 3 things you cannot miss. Your self-mastery, which is basically what you have learned for the past few days, which is personal leadership. So it's you understanding yourself, discovering yourself. And a lot of times, because of how our experiences, our biases, even things that our parents or people that we hold in high esteem have taught us, there are some beliefs that we carry that are not even helping us. Sometimes you can ask yourself, these ideas that I have, basically, where did they come from? So you have to be that kind of person that analyzes the kind of thought process that informs the things that you do on a daily basis if you must improve to be a better person. And the reason why I'm saying that is that some of us unconsciously, we carry some dead weights, we carry some limiting beliefs that no matter how much we know of ourselves, no matter how much we have learned on different platforms, it might not translate because we have created some imaginary ceilings. We have created some things that are limiting us from moving to the next level. So we need to be conscious of the fact when you're thinking of certain things. So there was one that I noticed of myself a few years back, when I was basically having a discussion with my husband, and we were talking about, how I can scale basically what next in my career, because like you mentioned, basically what I do is interior architecture, and it's been like that for a very long time before, by the grace of God, I was interrupted along the line, and I find myself also doing this because for me, this gives me it's like when you're playing a puzzle, and you know that interior, for instance, is what you're interested is what I'm interested in, but it quite feels like there's something, your heart is searching for something more.
Yeah.
There is more in me that I can do. There is more in me that I can actualize. And so when I got into this line, it was like a missing puzzle for me. It was like, oh, this is it. Because that was when I started having a sense of fulfillment that I can't even begin to discuss here. Because if we go this route, the truth is we won't finish this night. And so I had to get to the point where I understood the things that were not serving me. I was talking to you about the discussion before I digressed into that. But that discussion, we were talking about how I can scale my business. And it occurred to me, what exactly do I really, really want in this line? I couldn't relate it. Not that I can say 100%. And I realized when I was having that discussion that really and truly, certain things that I have said to myself is the reason why I don't see myself doing things that are bigger. So subconsciously, there are some ceilings that we create for ourselves, and we need to be mindful of it. So when certain thoughts come to you, you need to be able to ask yourself, where is this thought coming from?
Yeah.
Who told me this? Is it, sometimes it could even be things that we watched on social media, things that the TV, or that have conditioned our minds to act and think a certain way. Because if we do not get to that point, like young children who can basically say, interesting things like, I will fly away, and they imagine themselves and say, mommy, but I can fly, that kind of thing. Your mind must get to that point again where you can dream big and dream bigger dreams, because there is even the Bible says, and I don't know, and see, which means that my sight can be a limitation if I am not careful. So it is very, very important that we come to that realization that what are the things that I'm doing right now that are not serving me, that are disturbing me from moving to that next level. It is very, very key. It is very, very important. And I call them dead weights, because not until we overcome those can we then develop on ourselves. And basically, when you do these two things in your journey of self-mastery, it is you defining that person that you want to be. It is you putting, basically creating your own elevator pitch, basically creating what you want to be called, what the legacy you want to leave behind. And after that, you can then, of course, talk about your craft mastery, which is basically what is that place that you can really, once you're in that space, you can zone out and you lose sense of time. That is really the thing that you're passionate about. And it's not so difficult to find. People call them your superpowers. Is in the skills, is in the opportunities before you. It is in things that you're passionate about, things that you've learned over time, things that people come to you for, to look for solution. They're just things that when you are in that space, you cannot explain how and why it is so easy for you.
Yeah.
Your clients cannot explain why, or your friend or your family members cannot really explain why this thing is easy for you, but you can do it in your sleep. What I want you to remember in that point is that people are losing sleep for things that you literally can do with your eyes closed. So what are these things? And how can you discover it? And once you discover it, how can you set the ball rolling? How can you steer the ship of your life in such a way that you would get to that next level that we're talking about. And what you will find is that in all of this, in you becoming understanding yourself and understanding your craft, or understanding that place that you're called to be, because again, this is a purpose class, right? That place that you're called to be, it is in dealing with people. Self-discovery is easier when you think of what you do for people, the kind of value you add to people, the kind of help you render to people, that comes so easily to you. Because at the core of everything we do, human beings are at the core of everything we do. Because it's, for instance, I'm here today speaking to you today. I do not know everybody on this call, but Zach knows you one way or the other. And it is by the relationship I have with him that I'm able to come here. So say, for instance, one of you becomes, I don't know, governor tomorrow, and then someone is talking about purpose. And then, you remember Zach, you remember maybe a few things that I've said today. It is from there that we can say, oh, I'm meeting other people. Oh, this person spoke and I like the way this person spoke to me, or this person took me on this journey, on this 5-day journey, and my life did not remain the same. And so I can recommend this person. So think about it in the area of your own gifting. Think about it in the area of the things that you believe that you're called to do for people. And begin to see yourself in that space where you can help other people, because again, at the core of everything we do, there are human beings in it. And the work you do on a daily basis is really about you offering value to another person, giving help. And then at the end of it all, you need to get to that point where you reach self-actualization, where basically you're just looking to do more, looking to see how you can impact more lives, either by creating jobs or in the sense of the value that you give. So maybe you are creating products that are cheaper, you are creating products that help solve other problems. So, and in doing all of this, you would need people, you would need to partner with people, you would need a team, and you're solving problems again for people, clients. So again, at the core of everything we do is the next human being. So you must always have it at the back of your mind that this person that I'm becoming, this purpose that I'm here to solve, how am I impacting lives? How am I influencing change around me? Because this is really the easiest way, because it's easy when you're on a program like this and you are amongst people, Zach would always send you resources. And so it's easy, you just read that and you're all fired up. Once you leave this place and there is nobody giving you that fire, giving you that ginger, there's that tendency to just go back to how do you call it? You just go back to default setting. And then it looks like, oh, but I didn't gain anything from that program. And so it's very, very, very important that as you are closing, you remember that, and thankfully 2023 is calling. So it's the right time for you to start thinking of what you would do with everything that you have learned or that you have been learning throughout the course of the year. So what is your exit plan? And I'm not only talking about people that want to resign. By all means, if resignation is what will take you to that next level of what you have learned so far, have a plan. Don't just go resigning. And I'm not just talking about, okay, having money saved. There are a lot of things that, that you need to do just to ensure that you're not burning bridges. Because guess what? As long as you remain in whatever industry, again, human beings, being at the core of everything that we have to offer, you don't want to get to a place where, the company you've left, because of the way you've left, people can't recommend you, or people don't have good things to say about you. So there has to be a plan. And it doesn't, again, have to just be about, what you do, maybe your job. It could be as small as there are some groups that you are on that are wasting your time, that this person you're trying to shape yourself to be, those things that you're listening to or watching on that group they don't serve you in any way. They're more of like a distraction. And so you might have to get to the point where you would find a way around exiting such group. So if I were to ask you today, what's your exit plan as you go into 2023? Can you answer me? The next thing is your career development plan. If you are going into 2023, that person you've learned that you want to shape yourself to become, what are the next steps that as a young professional you need to take so that you can evolve within your industry? The next thing to do is your personal development. And the truth is, personal development, nobody's going to do it for you. Some things even sound like, okay, soft skills is a no-brainer. But if we do not consciously on a daily basis do certain things, I'm afraid that, we would always come for programs, and God forbid that will be like those people that go to church, they are jotting every Sunday. Even the books are more spiritual than them because those books have not become life in them. So it's very, very important that we pay attention to brushing up our soft skills, even as much as we're feeding our spiritual man, we're feeding, every other thing around who we're shaping ourselves to be. Another thing is a study plan. Do you need to go on certain courses? Do you need to even do a master's? Do you need to just to become better in this craft or this thing that you have found that is where you want to be? And another thing that people don't usually talk about is your business plan. And really and truly, as I said, human beings are at the core of everything we do. And so it is very, very important that whoever you are serving, whether you're serving your boss or you're serving yourself, you're doing something that you call a side hustle. Side hustle is what would be a major business some few minutes, some few years, some few months down the line. So take those things very, very, very importantly. And so with my few words, I hope I have not confused anybody, and I hope that I've been able to add value in this 5 minutes, or how many minutes have I been talking? So yeah, that's what I just thought to share with you today. Thank you so much for investing in yourself, and we hope that we would have been a small part of your big future. It's been an opportunity to serve your greatness. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach DDK. You guys should I appreciate her. All that. I think we should even close now, sir. Don't you think?
Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful section.
We should close now. That's just putting everything in perspective, right? Thank you so much, Coach DDK. Thank you for your words of encouragement, and then the direction that you have put us in. Awesome. I don't know if you have any questions for her. You can ask her. You can put it on the chat box, or you can also just, if you're not camera shy, you can actually just state it out, one time, and then let her know your questions. Thank you for that wonderful section. Somebody says, thank you. I can see, thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. It's always a pleasure to listen to you. How you make it easy. Miss Lola, you want to say something? I can see your mic.
No, not at all. Thank you.
So your mic was unmuted. All right. Thank you so much. Thankfully we are recording this session, so we can always get the replays. And there are just some people that you will meet that you would know that, okay, yeah, this is it. You're designed to meet them. One of the resources was talking about people, the place of people. And remember, we agreed during the Ikigai, we agreed that, of course, we're going to see it now. We're going to emphasize it now more strongly that, the journey of purpose is for you, but the benefits usually is to the other people, it's for other people. It is only when other people start to benefit from your vision, start to benefit from whatever plan it is you have, or whatever thing you want to do, it is only when they start to benefit that the true fulfillment is going to come to you, right? So I had this video. I don't know if I can still locate that video, but I saw that video today. So it was not even a plan. I wasn't even planning about it, but I saw that video and I saw it on social media, right? Yeah, good evening to you, Alice. And it struck a chord and I was like, this is it. Like, let's just watch that. I'm going to post that video tomorrow morning on the group, right? I'll post it on our WhatsApp group. And I was like, this is the definition of everything it is we've been doing, right? I can't locate that video now because I don't think it's on here. I think it's somewhere else. So two things will happen. Number one, just in case they seem to be having a problem with the generator downstairs, they just came to inform me. So if my light goes off, but you can hear my voice, no problem. Just be listening to my voice. It's not my face that is the purpose. The purpose is in my voice. That's one. And then number two, if this meeting times out, because I'm not using paid Zoom, so I'm trying to connect to the paid Zoom on this other system, but it keeps, I don't know, it's giving me a lot of technicality. So I just left it and just use my personal one, JJJ. Right. So if it times out, which is going to time out in about 5 minutes, just use the same link and rejoin back. Just use the same link and rejoin back, and then we'll be done. So those are the two things I want to inform us in case you see my shadow go off. They just came to tell me that they might need to work on the gen. That's fine. So let them get on it. Just listen to my voice. And also if this times out, right? So just like Coach D was saying, she said something about the people. So everything you're doing is about the people. So, I mean, this class is not about me, it's about you, right? I mean, Coach D being here is not convenient, it's about me. I don't know if you understand. It's about me, right? And she's doing it for me because I'm doing it for you. So you can see how the chain goes, right? So I saw this video online. Somebody posted it today, and truly, that was the best thing I've seen in a very long while. So I saw this traffic warder in Lagos, somewhere around Ogba, right? They call the place Excellence Hotel. For those of you that are in Lagos, I don't know if you might know that place. They said it's around Ogba. So last week, so that lady, it was raining. She was under the rain, controlling traffic, under the rain. And then the guy that was narrating said that when he was going out, it was raining. She was under the rain. When he came back, she was still there. Sun had come out this time. In fact, the sun had dried her. She was still controlling traffic. So the guy asked her, so why did you, what makes you to do this thing? Because this is not the first time. The guy was like, right from when he was small, growing up, she has always been there. And there's a way she does her job so very happy, and every time she's not there, you know the difference. The road is jammed, everywhere is jam-packed. But once she's there, there's free flow of traffic. So he asked her, why do that? She was like, there are two things she said. The first thing she said when they asked her, so why did she was like, I love my job, number one. And then number two is that I don't like to see people suffer. Early in the morning, people want to go to their work, they want to go to their offices, and then they are stuck in traffic, they can't move. When I see those kinds of things, it does not sit well with me. I'm just trying to find a way to help ease so that people will stress less. That's how she's not paid as much as all those people she's trying to help. Those people that are rushing to their offices, she's not paid as much as they are. But here she was, and she was like, and the guy asked her, like, okay, look at now, it's hot. You're sweating, you're still here, she was like, yeah, look at all our colleagues, they've gone to sit down. We could see them behind at the camera, like 3 or 4, they sat down, they were gisting, they didn't sing. But here she was trying to make this, and then they contributed money, they contributed like a gift, something, and then they gave her, they didn't give her to bribe her or anything, they gave her to appreciate her for the good work she was doing. And the guy was like, please, try to stay, because every time you are not here, we know the difference. And that's what Coach D was trying to tell us just now. It's not about her. What does she gain standing under the rain to serve other people, right? What does she gain? She could easily also go and sit down like her colleagues and say, I beg, I'm not going to kill myself, just like the other people. The sun is hot. It was raining. I don't know, it was rainy, and she was like, the whole place just got jammed. Just like those of you that are in Abuja, you know how it is when rain falls, everywhere is jam-packed. Maybe that's how it is everywhere, But that's how it is in Abuja, right? But she stepped out in the rain to do something about it, to solve that problem, right? And that was what Ikigai was talking about. That was where it started from, right? Started from the point of what the world needs, right? So there's something in the world, there's a problem, there is an issue somewhere that needed solving, right? And then there is someone that is stepping up to it. Someone is rising up to the occasion. Someone is not just sitting back and saying, what's my business, right? So we're not going to touch Ikigai. I'm not going to go through the whole Ikigai concept again because you've mastered it. You've gone through what the Ikigai diet is. You've gone through the habits. They've talked about your morning routines. They've talked about owning your money, a lot of things. You did the purpose quiz test. I mean, you've done a lot by yourself, right? And that is the essence of this, to do these things by yourself. So that it's not just going to be somebody coming to tell you anything. So we have like less than 1 minute for this session to wrap up. So what you do is just click the same link, right? The same link so that you rejoin back. And then once we come back, we're just going to run my own session. It usually is a very short session, you know, it's just to awaken you and then just summarize everything that we've learned. Everything we've learned. I'll just connect the dots for us and then we're out of here. You know, it's Friday. I know a lot of you people want to go and enjoy yourself, you know, especially Lagos people. You know, like we in Abuja now.